Un criminal maníaco llamado Jack, el Destripador, había asesinado a 4 mujeres. ¿Cuántas más habrían de morir antes de capturarlo?
It escalates. It constantly escalates. And we see this more clearly probably in the Ripper case than in anything else. The constant escalation of mutilation.
You've got the murderer. He's now working to some timetable of his own. It goes like this. 31st of August, he kills Polly Nichols. 8th of September, he kills Annie Chapman. 30th of September is a double event. He kills Stride and Eddowes. 8th of October, nothing happens. 30th of October, nothing happens. The night of the 8th, 9th of November, he meets his 5th and final victim. And this is this young prostitute called Mary Kelly. On the night of the 8th, 9th of November, it's raining, she's out on the street, she's looking for customers. She picks one up around about midnight, takes him back to her room, and one of the other prostitutes sees her drawing the curtains of her room, and as she did so, Kelly is singing a musical song. It was only a violet I plucked from my mother's grave. Around about 3:30 in the morning, she picks up the Ripper. Some people living in Miller's Court hear a faint cry of murder. It's almost certain that it was at that point that the Ripper, lying on the bed beside Mary Kelly, throws the sheet over her head and makes his first thrust through the sheet with a knife. He has several hours to work over.
She had been absolutely savagely mutilated, almost cut to pieces, her abdomen entirely emptied and the contents left scattered around on the bed beside her. Pieces of flesh had been left on a table beside the bed. Her heart had been extracted from her thorax, and it is possible, from the way the doctor described this, that that was taken away.
There is the photograph of the murder. She's lying on the bed facing the window. You can just see the puff sleeves of her chemise. This is what confronts the police when they get there to begin the investigation.
La noticia sobre la espantosa muerte de Mary Kelly sacudió al mundo.
Eine furchtbare Morde in London in Whitechapel. Das ganze Stadt.
5 femmes mutilées.
Nothing in the history of American crime can, with special horror, be said to outmatch East End butchery.
El horrendo asesinato de Mary Kelly alarmó al Palacio de Buckingham y turbó profundamente a la reina Victoria, quien no tardó en enviar un telegrama a su primer ministro con un urgente mensaje. Este nuevo y terrible asesinato muestra la necesidad absoluta de acciones más radicales. Todas las cortes deben estar atentas y nuestros detectives mejor entrenados. Sir Charles Warren, el acosado jefe de la Scotland Yard, ya iba hacia su destino. El quinto asesinato del Destripador selló su suerte. Warren renunció.
That must have been another great high for him. I did all this. I caused this sensation. It's my doing. And again, it feeds the vanity and the arrogance.
Noviembre 12, 1888. Mi nombre es Joseph Barnett. Vivo en el 24 y 25.
El amante de Mary Kelly, Joseph Barnett, fue citado por el forense para que identificara lo que había quedado del diezmado cuerpo de Kelly.
Viví 1 año y 8 meses con la difunta. He visto el cuerpo e identifiqué su oreja y sus ojos.
Ahora, el Destripador había asesinado 5 mujeres en actos de violencia cada vez más intensos. La Scotland Yard y la policía de la ciudad mantenían agentes adicionales en las calles y continuaban buscando al fantasma de la muerte.
The police at the time were hampered. They were hampered by the fact that they had no experience of sexual serial murders. They had no files to look at. They had no reliable consultants who could come along and say, it'll be a man like this, look for this sort of man. They therefore were looking for the traditional madman, someone who was, say, foaming at the mouth or had a vacant stare.
If I was conducting an interrogation of this individual back then, I probably would focus in on the fact, if it was Jack, say, Jack, I know you got blood on you, Jack. I know you got blood on you. It's not a question of whether or not you did it or not. I know you did it, but I know you got blood on you.
I think you can say Jack the Ripper was cunning rather than clever. Clever he may have been, we just don't know. But certainly he had luck on his side and must have had a degree of animal cunning to escape the police net.
5 mujeres habían sido brutalmente asesinadas y aún nadie podía identificar al hombre que había cometido los crímenes. 4 años más tarde, en 1892, el caso de Jack el Destripador fue cerrado. 2 años después, Sir Neville Macnaghten, un alto funcionario de Scotland Yard, escribió un memorándum señalando a 3 sospechosos.
Nunca nadie vio al asesino de Whitechapel. Muchos homicidas maníacos eran sospechosos, pero no existían evidencias que los incriminara. Mencioné 3 sospechosos. El señor M.J. Druitt, de buena familia, desapareció en la época del asesinato de Miller Court, cuyo cuerpo fue hallado en el Támesis unas 7 semanas después del homicidio. Era un enfermo sexual y, según fuentes confidenciales, al parecer hasta su propia familia creía que era el asesino. Michael Ostrock, un médico ruso y convicto detenido en un asilo para lunáticos, era un homicida maníaco. Kosminski, judío polaco y residente de Whitechapel, sentía un intenso odio hacia las prostitutas. Fue trasladado a un sanatorio para enfermos mentales en marzo de 1889.
La nota de Macnaghten fue publicada en 1915 y desde entonces los criminólogos han cuestionado su autenticidad. El jefe Anderson de la Policía Metropolitana escribió que el Destripador había sido plenamente identificado. Era un judío de la localidad, recogido después de los últimos asesinatos y llevado a un sanatorio. No podía ser nombrado ni juzgado porque se había vuelto loco y no podía defenderse.
When you search the asylum records, looking for an immigrant patient from Whitechapel who fits, there is only one who fits with the timing of the end of the murders, and that is a man called David Cohen, 23 years old, who was taken by the Metropolitan Police because he had had a fit of raving mania and they picked him up on the streets. He was taken by the police 4 weeks after the last murder. It looks as though David Cohen was the man they believed was Jack the Ripper.
En el siglo XIX, la policía creía que el asesino en serie era un homicida maníaco. Esta opinión se expandió en el siglo XX, cuando 70 sospechosos más fueron señalados como Jack el Destripador.